are amazing.
A lot of times we focus on the negative, but
Yeah,
focus on the amazing, the good
it's
stuff.
just too easy to like criticize people, but in the end, amen. Be yourself. Share your story. That's the inspiration.
This show is for entertainment only. We are not professionals, and nothing said here counts as real advice. Beyond this point, what you do with the information we discuss is solely your responsibility. Please do your own research before making decisions based on anything mentioned in our chats.
What's up, guys?
Hey,
What's
hey.
good?
Hey. So, what y'all been up to the last few weeks?
We're not doing the welcome to the group chat.
Ah. They should know us by now. I'm Carson,
Yeah.
I'm Paulina.
And I'm Brandon.
and we're the group
And
chat.
welcome to the group chat.
Hey.
If you didn't know.
If you didn't know, now you know.
What's going on with you guys?
Nothing. I was going to say, I'm in the U.S. right now. I'm in Utah. I've been here for a few days visiting friends and family. And y'all are at the beach where it's hot. Hot, hot.
It's hot everywhere.
Yeah,
That's true.
it's
But here in the U.S., you
it's horrible.
see everywhere, so just stay inside and freeze. In fact, the other night I had to put a blanket on. I was so cold.
Fine. I put on a blanket even at night, like
Are you
here.
serious?
Yes,
Now?
no, still yes, yes. A very thin blanket, but yes, I just can't sleep when I'm not covered. Like I feel like I need to be like protected from. You guys know I have a ghost in the house, so I need to be protected from the ghost.
From the ghost. That thin blanket is going to take care of you.
Like, I mean,
Right.
haven't you seen movies? You just hide under the covers; they can't get you.
That's how it works.
Exactly.
Don't look under
That's
the
how it
bed,
works.
then nothing pulls you under the bed.
It's like if I can't see them, they can't see me type of logic.
Type shit.
Well, good luck with that.
Yeah.
Thanks.
We'll know if Paulina's not here for the next week, the ghost got her.
It's like you were telling us a story, and when you're telling a ghost story, and it's like, it's an inside joke, and you weren't there, so you don't get it. You were telling us, and the whole time I was like, yeah, that sounds like you're, maybe half awake, half asleep.
No, but it legit wasn't ghost. I mean, what type of shadow do you see on your ceiling at like 6 a.m. that just passes through like?
I mean,
There's nobody else in the house.
have you
Except for
ever
the cats, but the cats are.
been having a nightmare? You wake up all of a sudden, you open your eyes, the room is dark, and you see patterns and colors just going all over the room. That hasn't happened to you before?
No, I don't do drugs.
I mean,
That
it
was,
doesn't last long. It's a few seconds, but yeah, I've seen
Ayahuasca.
something like that to where it's a little, unsettling, but that's why I'm like, maybe she was just really tired.
No, because I woke up and I was like fully aware like of things that were happening. Tony left for work and I like checked something on my phone and I put my phone away and then like in the side of like in the corner of my eye, I literally saw just something like on the ceiling. And I'm like, I don't know what that was. So I'm just gonna, take a quick look around the house and go back to bed and hope I don't die. So let's see. I'm gonna be fighting off, like Ghostbuster type of shit. My new sidekick.
Okay, well.
Yeah. Brandon, anyways, how have you been with the heat?
Good. Surviving the heat, just here sweating. I don't know how many alerts we have today. I looked at my phone. It was like a yellow alert, or orange alert, or red alert. They're just
All the
making stuff
colors.
up now.
Yeah.
So how many times a day are you swimming? You have the beach right there.
Probably about twice.
Really nice.
Usually once in the morning and once in the afternoon.
That's great. That's a good way to stay cool. If it's
Yeah,
still cool,
there's
if the
lots of
water's still,
showers.
is the water still?
No, the water's actually cool. It's actually cooler now than it was like earlier this month. I don't know why, but
That's good.
no, water's nice. Water's nice.
Because in August,
What is the water there? Is it like the Mediterranean already?
Yeah.
Or
No,
okay,
it's
that's
Mediterranean, not Marmara. No,
okay.
thank
Yeah,
you.
because here in Marmanor, if you like put your toes in it, it's like you're swimming in soup.
That hot soup. No, thank you.
Yeah.
Marmanora is Punto Charco.
Exactly.
Fucking hot. Yeah, I learned to kite surf there. I had 2 lessons of kite surf there, and it must have been, I don't know, it was June or later. And it was, like you said, just soup with the giant jellyfish, the huevo frito jellyfish.
Yeah.
So I like crash and
Yeah.
land and face plant.
Yeah, here, but
It's
Ugh.
hot, soupy water.
Yeah.
Yeah, not the best.
it's no jellyfish yet.
Oh, that's good.
Not here at least. In Marmara, I'm sure they are, but in the Mediterranean, they usually come later in August.
Yeah. Do they sting?
The huevo frito, no.
No, but the other ones, the ones that come over to the Mediterranean.
No, it's usually those, the big one. Those are the ones that you hear. There's other ones. There's like a smaller, like clear ones that are supposedly pretty, not bad, but they sting.
Yeah.
And then occasionally we get the, what's it called? The Portuguese man of war.
Yeah, those are really,
Those come also.
those are deadly.
Yeah, those are right. Yeah,
Okay.
Okay,
Good to know.
Paulina's not swimming anymore.
yeah.
She's got ghosts and jellyfish on the mind. Good luck with those dreams tonight.
She's not leaving her house. Well, the ghost is in her house. So.
Yeah. Just lock myself in one room. And that's it. And Carson, how are you staying over there? Staying cool, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it's nice. I mean, yesterday was really cloudy and like not hot. I mean, warm at best. And first night I arrived, there was a big thunderstorm, like a lightning storm. No rain, just crazy lightning. I mean, it was cool to watch. But today was sunny at the moment. There's clouds. This is why the picture looks better now. Before I was looking washed out like a ghost. This is why we're talking about ghosts, everybody. But no, it's nice here.
It was Carson helping me.
It's nice here. I mean, you know, there were fires here in Utah, like a ton of fires. I think there's still a lot burning, perhaps, but at least here in Salt Lake City Valley, in the valley here, the smoke there's no smoke. It's clear. Yeah, the air is decent, so I can't complain. And it's summer, you expect
That's
it to be hot. So I guess in Fahrenheit, it's between 95 and 100. But in Utah, the beautiful thing is there's like no humidity. I think max 30 or 40% humidity maximum. But, just
Pretty hot.
things dry quickly, and it doesn't stick to you like it does there in southeastern Spain.
Yeah, I was talking to my niece earlier this weekend, and I was like, yeah, like, because she's coming to Spain next week. I was like, prepare yourself, like, it's warm. And she's like, well, it's actually about 100 out here, and she's in Denver.
Wow.
Yeah,
I was like, oh,
but
so it's warm out there too.
Yeah, it is.
But like
Yeah,
you said,
but
that
there is no
humidity, no
humidity.
humidity.
Yeah, Colorado's pretty dry too. I think it's still one of the driest states, one of the 4 driest in Utah, or in the U.S. I mean, it's Utah, Colorado, Arizona, and New Mexico. I think are the driest. No, I'm forgetting Nevada. Nevada's one of them for sure. Obviously, desert. But last time we talked about teaching, Brendan and I have been on vacation. Sorry, Paulina, you're not.
no. Still working.
Still working hard,
Yeah.
educating all the people in the English ways.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, working a little bit less because it is July and August, but
Still got to work.
still working. Still gotta work.
Yeah, but lighter.
Can't come. Yeah,
But-
exactly.
Yeah. But you have classes, what, Monday through Friday?
Yeah, Monday through Friday, but some days I'm working morning and evening, and then there are other days where I'm like today, for example, I had classes in the evening, so it's okay. It could be worse.
Yeah, you get some free time,
Yeah,
do what you
for
need
sure.
to do.
That's
Exactly.
huge difference from like traditional jobs. You get to have gaps, like be a person, have a long lunch and a rest between the shifts, which is nice.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I think we all had a teacher who was like really influential or really memorable, right? We all mentioned at least one teacher or principal,
Yeah.
Brandon, right?
Yeah.
We wanted to kind of build off of that today and talk about people who have inspired us, whether it's personal relationships, people we're related to, or friends or family or whatever, or maybe even celebrities. So, who wants to go first?
Carson.
No, all right. Well,
Why not?
okay, I'm going to start with a celebrity. Brandon, maybe I stole
right.
it. I don't know. You tell me. Dave Chappelle.
No.
No? Okay.
No.
There's a
Like, definitely
chance.
not. Definitely not.
There's a chance. Okay, there's a chance because we both
No,
love
no.
Chappelle, but
Chappelle's up there, but no.
yeah. Well, my reasoning is, I mean, for those of you who don't know, Dave Chappelle is a comedian, but I imagine everybody who's watching this knows who he is. For me, he's one of the greatest, if not the greatest. He certainly has his own style, and he's mastered his craft. He's definitely he's got to be the most comfortable, relaxed comedian I've ever seen deliver a performance. I mean, it's almost effortless. It seems like he planned very little. He just has something about him that gives it that natural flow. But anyways, the biggest thing he's done for me that I would describe as being an inspiration was the fact that he walked away from a $50 million contract with Comedy Central to continue to air 2 more shows of the Chappelle Show because he felt he was losing creative control. Just a lot of pressure. Maybe his audience was misperceiving his skits. And I thought that was really ballsy to walk away from a huge contract. And he was still quite young at that point. This was in 2005. He walked away just because he wanted to maintain, the fact that it was his art. And I think he felt that slipping away. I think, it took a lot of balls to step away from so much money and just, focus on himself, live his life for a little bit without fame chasing him left and right. So I thought that was pretty badass. So I'd say that's an inspiration. He kept his soul in the whole thing. He didn't sell out, which a lot of people do. It's really easy to sell out.
For sure. Especially in the industry that we have now. Like, in showbiz, it's like people just go after the money rather than really sticking to their own truth,
Exactly.
That's the thing. Like everyone thought he was crazy, saying he was going crazy for. Like, how can you not take a $50 million contract to do like a TV show? And he's like, nah. It's like, no. If I can't control it, it's not my show. It's what I've been doing in the past. So I let it go. And where I think he went out somewhere in Africa, like stayed there for a few months.
Yeah,
like,
I didn't know
I need
where.
a break from all this.
South Africa. He was there.
Was it? Yeah, I can't remember.
Crazy.
It's just wild. But, Brandon and I, we still quote Chappelle Show when it was purely his, and it was just, things that you would say nowadays and risk being canceled. Or you would just flat out be canceled like right away. I mean, not just Chappelle Show, right? But of course, the movies being made at that time, everybody was just a little more free to speak their minds without fear of, just everybody, overanalyzing it, taking it the wrong way. It's just comedy at the end. So I imagine that if he had stayed and done those 2 years, you would have seen a decline. You would have seen him, scripting himself or being scripted or biting his tongue. And so I think it's good that he took some time for himself.
Yeah, I think the cancel culture nowadays is so real. Like, sometimes it just gets sometimes a bit annoying, to be honest.
Say so.
I'm all for, people being woke and all of that, but I think it gets to a point. Currently I'm watching Supernatural, and I don't know if you guys have ever watched it or heard of the show.
Back when it first came out or around that time, I remember it.
Yeah, and I think it's from 2005 or 2006, so around the same time as you're, talking about Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
Um, and the jokes that they make or like the comments that they make, and I'm like, oh, this would have been canceled like immediately. It would like just be one season, and I'm like, goodbye, like that's it. And it has like 15 seasons, so they did something right. But the more you watch it, you start to see like throughout the years it gets maybe slightly more censored. Like it's not as dark or is not as like disgusting or whatever like as it was in season one. And I don't know, I gave the show like the essence, like it's missing the flavor.
When it starts feeling so scripted, I mean, what you were just saying made me feel like when back in the day when there were movies, I don't know, if I had to guess, I'd say movies from the 70s and 80s. There were political messages, but they'd usually be something like a one-off, or it'd be product placement, it'd be some kind of, something just random. You'd be like, well, that was weird. But now it's built into it's baked in complete to the whole movie. The whole plot, everything everybody says, the main characters, how things develop, that becomes so politicized, so like politically correct, right? It just seems so fake. It just seems like, okay, we're just pushing an agenda here. We're trying to not have a movie and create art. We're trying to push a message. And we were funded by this group of people who's aligned politically this way. It's just, I don't know if it's about becoming an older, wiser adult and just seeing it deeper for what it really is, or if really like Hollywood and just art, creative pursuits, that's all been kind of bought out. I don't really know.
Yeah.
I think that's why we do this. We're so like free speech, speak your mind. It's probably what.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Talk about whatever, no script.
Right. I'm not afraid to say something I don't know everything. Human. I make a mistake. Well, we have a disclaimer. We shouldn't need a disclaimer. I don't think, but
No, it's necessary though.
Yeah, if not, we're gonna get canceled right away. Like they're gonna be like,
Yeah, we need it. We need that for sure.
But yeah, that's the state of things. So what y'all got for inspirational figures? What do you have? What do you have?
Go ahead,
I don't have
Paulina.
a celebrity, so maybe Brandon, you want to continue with yours? You said
Okay.
earlier that you had a celebrity. I don't have any celebrities, so
All right. Mine isn't a celebrity. It's an athlete, but not a well-known athlete.
Okay.
So obviously, I'm not the tallest person.
in comparison to Carson, nobody is.
Like here, you can't really tell, but I don't know if you've seen like the picture of us or you know us. Well, obviously, Carson's very tall. Paulina's normal, and I'm short.
Paulina's normal.
Paulina's short too.
Hey, whatever. But anyway, so obviously when I was younger playing basketball, I was always the smallest. And so my favorite basketball player was Muggsy Bogues. I don't know, Carson, you may know. Muggsy Bogues was, I think he's the shortest person to ever play in the NBA. He's 5'3".
5'3".
Man, he's my height.
5'3", yeah. So I'm actually taller than him, but but I don't know. It was always cool, like to see him because I don't know. It's truly inspirational to see someone who has a complete disadvantage in basketball because being smaller is a disadvantage, and he made it to the highest level, and he played I don't know how many seasons, but probably 13 or 14 seasons in the NBA, and I mean, you did well, and I don't know.
Was he?
I remember I used to have a. Go ahead.
No, you first.
I was just gonna say I remember I had a poster. I used to have like a poster, a small poster in my room, and it was him like guarding Michael Jordan, and it's like all right, so Jordan's the GOAT, at least in my eyes, and then you see like Muggsy there, like D'ing him up, and there's a couple of videos out there of Muggsy getting the best of him. One or two.
That's incredible. What's the before I ask that, but like, was he also doing the dunk contests, or was that Spud Webb?
No, that was Spud Webb. So Spud Webb was a little bit before him.
Okay.
And Spud was taller. I think Spud was about 5'7", 5'8".
Ooh, a whopping.
But yeah, he was in the
Big
dunk
difference.
contest. All right.
Yeah.
But still, 5'3" is very short for the NBA. I mean, what's the average height? The average height in the NBA has got to be 6'4", 6'5", minimum.
It minimal has to be probably 6'2", 6'3", at least.
So a whole foot shorter.
Yeah. And then there's guys over 7 feet. There's plenty of guys. The centers and the power forwards, they're all minimum like 6'8", 6'9", minimum.
Yeah, no. People very tall.
That's crazy.
I was gonna make a comment, but let me not make a comment.
Do it.
You said how tall they are? Like 7 something? 6'8" or
Who's?
I don't
No,
know. You
he's-
said that they're basketball
He said
players.
some
that are
people, yeah,
Some players are 7 feet tall. Yeah, there's quite a few, right?
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
or more, or
The,
higher.
the typical comment for that is like, you can climb that like a tree.
they basically don't have to jump to dunk. Their arms are long enough, and they barely have to leave the ground. If that, get
Yeah.
on their tippy toes to dunk, which is insane.
Oh my god,
Which is insane.
that's insane.
I remember I was working out. No, I was working at a gym, and we had a basketball trainer who would train like, NBA. What's the D League? It's the D League, right?
Yeah,
So there was a player.
I think now it's called like the Gatorade or something, but yeah.
They change their name sometime. But yeah, he was training with this player, and he wanted me to play defense. Granted, I did not have basketball shoes. I think it was just my work tennis shoe. But I was fit. I was strong. But this guy, I mean, I'm 6'4", for those of you who don't know. This guy was probably 6'7", but big, strong. And he was guard. I think he was playing guard. I mean, I had not in like 20 minutes sweat or panted like a dog more in my life. This guy worked me. I mean, I held my own, but he nearly dunked on me, and he just whomped me. I don't think I scored. I don't think I got a single shot off. I was just like playing defense the whole time, basically. And that guy was not in the NBA. He was not the best of the best, and he was not that tall either. And I'm not sure. So I can just imagine, like, you got to be
The level.
on your game to be 5'3", playing in the league where you're just like staring at everybody's like belly button. It's just wild.
It's like me standing next to Carson.
Yeah.
Like that looks ridiculous.
It looks-
It's like when the three of us go out, it's like
Is that his daughter?
Yeah, we look like his kids. It's like, what kind of weird family is that?
oh man.
But yeah, but no. So that was my guy, Tyrone Mutzy Bowes.
And that's why you were able to dunk, because he inspired you. So
No,
you could dunk at some point, right?
I could catch it. Yeah, straight off by myself, no. But if someone threw it up or catch one off the rim, yeah. But
Nice.
those days are long gone.
Probably for me too, man.
Still jump, but
Yeah.
but the landing, it's the landing now. You don't know what's
Now
gonna
we
happen.
rusty and dusty.
Some things,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's it.
I don't remember my last dunk, so I mean, I'm 35. I don't remember the last time I dunked. Easily 10 years ago. The last time was 10 years ago. Had to have been 10 plus.
Wow.
Not saying I
No
can't,
You
worries.
guys
but
very inspirational figures.
no.
Sorry, Carson. Could you repeat?
It wasn't important. Who's yours, Paulina? Who do you have in mind?
These are my notes for today.
At least you took notes.
We always have to take notes. Honestly, I don't have like any special like celebrities or athletes or anything like that. For me, I feel like, of course, it's wonderful if you can look up to an athlete, but many of them, or at least celebrities, athletes is a different story, but celebrities, I feel like nowadays it's just so easy to, so to say, become like a celebrity in one way or another, you know, like the singers, actresses, like if you have the connections, like
Mm.
not saying that, you know, it's easy to have the talent to actually be a good actor or to be a good singer, but it, I don't know, I just don't feel I don't have that connection with celebrities to say that like, my God, they like changed my whole life.
Yeah.
As some people do, you know, which is fine. It's great that the people that we see on TV or on Instagram or whatever like can inspire people. I just I don't know if I just see through a lot of bullshit with people, and I know that sometimes the persona they put online can be very different from the persona, like the actual person that they are. Um, so I'm always very cautious with like saying, "Oh, I really admire this person." So the people that I have are more actually like my family. Um, because you should know your family to a certain extent, hopefully. And I have two inspirational figures, which is my grandma from my mom's side, so my mom's mom,
Mama's
and
mom.
my great aunt. Sorry?
Mama's mom.
Yes, exactly. Yes. And then my great aunt, who was my dad, well, my dad, my my grandpa's sister. Um, and both of them, I mean, they lived through horrible, horrible shit. I'm talking about like World War II, you know?
Yeah.
Um,
But
my grandma, when she was about, I think, 7 years old, she was taken with my great grandma and well, my grandma's sister, and they were taken to Kazakhstan. As like I don't know how to explain it exactly because they weren't necessarily like prisoners, but it was like some sort of like a punishment or something along those lines that they took like a train there, they went to Kazakhstan, and if I'm not wrong, because the story or like the history that was told many, many times like slightly changes because my grandma was quite old when she was telling me this. Um they went there by train, and I think my great grandma actually had to work there, like as like a so to say prisoner. And my grandma, at the age of like I said, 7 or 8, something like that, was just running around there, like trying to survive, just being there with her sister.
they were
Meanwhile,
taken from Poland
and
to
yeah,
Kazakhstan.
yeah. Well, first they went to, if I'm not mistaken, first they went to Siberia, and then from Siberia they went to Kazakhstan.
Wow. So it was like it sounds like an
Yeah.
internment camp, some kind of like re-education.
Yeah, I was gonna say like a confinement camp or something.
Yeah. Um, Meanwhile, my great grandpa uh stayed with the rest of the siblings in Poland.
Okay.
Like they didn't allow him to leave. Like his like the punishment or something like that was like for them to be separated. Um,
It's terrible.
and I found like letters that my grandma wrote um about that time, and it like breaks my heart. Like when I first read it, like she was describing the journey there, that there was like this woman that actually gave them bread because there was nothing to eat on this long train ride. That this woman got like later on caught and like punished for actually giving her away like her rations of food for other people. Um, and for like fun, so to say, what my grandma did with her sister is tattoos on their hands. And like at the age of 7, like they had nothing to do. Like they literally put ink in their skin
Damn.
because they're like, oh, let's see what this does. There's no toy, you know? So like you did whatever you wanted to do.
Whatever
You
you
were
could
sort
do.
of like running around. And after like for me, what is so inspirational is that she went through all of that. She did not have an easy life. Um, and then like as an adult, she still like managed or tried to give what she could for her own kids back in Poland, like when she finally got married to my grandpa and all of that. And for me, that's like, how can you get like so traumatized at such a young age and still try your best every day and do your best every day to provide for your own kids and then later on grandkids? Because I was so spoiled. Like when I would visit my grandma, like plenty of food, like she would always give me like money for ice cream. And a part of me feels like I wish that she had those opportunities when she was that age, that she had that, but she didn't. And yeah, it just makes me think like when I'm having a really difficult day, that my grandma had it worse and like she managed, like she survived living off of, I don't know, a piece of freaking bread once a day, Um,
Was this a religious?
and to connect.
Do you know if it was a?
Sorry?
Was it like what was the reason for her being separated? Like, why was she being punished for her religion or her? She was born. She was like,
Um,
I don't know. Sounds
if I'm not mistaken, if I'm not wrong, this is what I heard from my mom. Like I said, this story sort of gets like
Passed
almost like
down.
watered down, passed down, and with each generation, like there are different
There's a new
retellings
twist.
of it. My grandma never really told me the real reason. But from what I have been told from my mom, because my mom knew the story a little bit better than any of ever, like my sisters or whatever. Um, from what I've heard is that they were helping out, if I'm not wrong, Jewish people, um, and people who were technically like in hiding or should like, were trying to hide from the Germans or from the Russians or whatever. Um, and someone snitched on my grandparents because they come from like a very small village. And if you snitched, that means that like you're technically protected because you're the one who snitched, right? So they're not going to come and look in your house because you snitched on somebody else. So you have like info. Um, so somebody snitched and they found out that yes, they were, hiding people. And so to say, the punishment was that my grandpa actually stayed in Poland. He was being
your
punished.
grandparents were
My great
hiding people.
grandpa, sorry,
Your grandparents were hiding people.
was my grandpa that was hiding people. With my great grandma, and later on, the the story goes that they separated them.
What a crazy time.
Yeah.
Well, yes.
And with that goes, my great aunt also lived, through the wars. She's older. Yeah, she was older than my grandma. Um, and also lived through the war. But then I think in the 80s, she moved, 80s or 70s. I'm not 100% sure. She moved to the United States, to New Jersey, um, with 2 kids, with a husband, like not really having anything, like not really knowing many people there, got on a freaking boat and went to the States, to start a new life. And for me, when I hear those stories of people moving back in like, I don't know, 60s, 70s to the United States from Europe, like that long journey with the whole family not having anything, I'm like, it's wild. Like it's scary for us nowadays to move to a different country
Yeah, I
because
did.
maybe we don't speak the language. But back in the days, yeah. So, and she wasn't young. Like she already had 2, kids that were like 10 years old and I think 8 years old. So I think my great aunt was already definitely in her 30s, mid 30s. It's like we know how difficult it is to move to a different country when you're even in your 20s, late 20s.
Yeah.
Imagine having a kid or 2 kids
Kids.
moving to a whole different continent. We're not even like talking about a country, whole different continent,
Yeah.
different culture, and
Everything.
starting from scratch.
Probably not knowing much English Well,
No, definitely not.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those are my two people that when I'm having a difficult day and need a little bit of hope, I always think about that. And I'm like, it could definitely be worse. And if they have done it, I can do it as well.
that's
Of
beautiful.
course.
So a little bit positive message at the end.
Yeah.
All right, now we can end it.
Good, everybody. I'm gonna stop it there.
Hope you enjoyed the show.
Yeah. So that's that all for me.
So many people have gone through so much worse shit than us, and they turned out all right, and they stayed positive, and they, bettered themselves. They didn't say, "Oh,
Yeah.
Show me pity because my life is so hard." I mean, some people definitely can't get over things, right? And they have a really hard time coming out of it. Depresses them, it ruins their lives. But then you occasionally have people who are unfazed, right? Who are just like, you know what? No, those are bad things that happened to me, but it doesn't mean that's how I have to look at life. So, amazing story. Really cool.
And especially the older generations, like they were definitely built different than us. Like they're so much tougher, and they're going through so many different things that I don't know, like things that we can imagine. I mean, Nuria's grandfather, he passed away when he was 104. And the stories that he would tell us, even when he was older, like 99 and up, the stories that he would tell, or maybe he wouldn't tell them, but like Nuria's aunts would tell them, and it's just like, wow. Or
Like, how are
from
you still alive?
yeah, from that and just all the things that you went through, like you said, with your grandmother, your great grandmother, and this is like the things that happened during the Spanish Civil War, and it was just like,
Oh,
it's rough. It's like it wasn't that long ago, and the things that they were talking about, what happened, it is insane.
can't imagine.
Like I said, our life is good. We can't complain.
Yeah. That's why I don't buy into the whole doomsday, world's falling apart, World War III's here. Like, you would know if it were that bad.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think we'd be having this time to do a podcast if things were really that bad.
Exactly. If we were preparing for war.
We would be hiding in bunkers right now, if that was the case.
Yeah. Knocking on Switzerland's door. I know you have space.
Let me in.
They're like, no.
But yeah, the whole toughness thing, the generational toughness thing, that's real. Have you all seen the short reels on Instagram where it's like 90s kids when they hit the door or something versus 70s, 80s, 90s, and 2000s, like, crying about they're hitting their shoulder, and then the 80s is like, oh. If you haven't seen it, you'll see it now because we talked about it.
It's there. It's gonna show up.
Algorithms listening, but there is some truth in that. That's why it's funny. The funny things are the true things that we can relate to, and
Definitely.
no, that's true. I mean, we're all millennials, right? But we've seen how even people our age, are getting behind certain movements, acting out, becoming influencers. The things they're posting, the things they're saying. It's just the sensitivity is like way out of control. You can't say anything without pissing somebody off. And now people can't just be pissed off and share it with their close friends. They get pissed off and they share it online thinking that they have this platform to be, outraged at the world. And it's just a weird time to be alive when it's like you're a nobody. You're just somebody who got pissed off and didn't like something. Keep it to yourself. If you don't like it, don't watch it.
Keep it moving.
Say what?
Keep it moving.
Yeah. This is why we have this podcast, to talk shit. Like, tell you guys the truth, what we think.
This is our echo chamber.
Yeah.
But
no, but it's true. I do think that people are a lot more sensitive, like I look also the way of this whole soft parenting. Okay, on one hand, I get it. It's nice. Okay, you want your kids to, but there is an extreme. There are some people that just take it to the extreme. I'm like, if your kid wants to eat dirt, let him eat dirt. That's it. I ate sand when I was a kid. I turned out pretty okay, I'm sure, like,
Right.
no, I didn't understand, but like, just to give you guys an example,
Let you
like,
see ghosts.
Yeah, you didn't die. Did you die though? No.
exactly, right? It's like, you go running, to your house and you tell mom, "Mom, bust the menu open." Go outside. I don't want to see you. Go play. What are you
What does
doing
that have to
here?
do with me?
And,
You
yeah.
take care of
And
your
so,
own business.
and so what did you do? And it's not like what happened to you. Now it's what happened to you. Oh my God. Back then it was like, what,
Who did it to you?
what the fuck did you do?
Exactly. I remember when I cut my knee open. Was it knee? Yeah, it was my knee. Because I was doing some sort of stupid flips when I was a kid. On like, I don't know what they're called. Um, I know the Polish word for it. I don't know if it even exists in English. Um, it's like a monkey bar, but not exactly. But let's just go that was like a monkey bar. And I fell from these like monkey bars, and I had clogs. You guys know what clogs are, right? Like those type of shoes, with the wooden bottom. Um, and they had staples around it, like to hold the material. So I ripped the clog ripped the moment that I fell, and somehow like the staple like pretty badly like cut my knee. And I started bleeding, and I'm like, "Oh my God, I can't go home because if my mom sees this, she's gonna tell me to just stay home and not go outside and play with my friends." So I just like spit on my knee, like rub the spit in to clean it, like put a
Sure.
leaf on it. I'm like, okay, I'm good to go. Like, you solved your own fucking problems. Now kids are running with everything. Leave me alone.
It's wild. I had a,
We're a lot more independent.
yeah,
Definitely.
I mean, it was, well, yeah, it was back in the day when you would go out and stay out until dark. You'd come home, you didn't have a phone. Sometimes my stepdad would whistle. We'd be in the woods and we'd just hear the whistle. Okay, it's time for dinner.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah.
But I was going to say that I had a student this year whose mother specifically requested that she not participate in the class, just observe the class. As in go in, read and write and listen, but not really have to speak and get involved. And I just laughed. Because it's language, right?
You have to speak.
We're not learning about history or literature here. This is 100% you must converse. You must speak in order to get better. So I just laughed and I was like, you know what? No. And if she has a problem with the way things are going, she can come talk to me. I'll tell her that. That's just not okay. That's not how you're going to learn. I think it must have been, and the only thing I can think of is it came from maybe a child's sensitive comment that she made, which is a normal thing. Like we're all, self-conscious, especially when we're learning a language and we're not so confident yet in the language. Maybe it was one time the kid said, "Oh, I just get nervous sometimes because I really can't understand him. He speaks really fast." Who knows what the comment was? But maybe the parent just blew this out of proportion. It was like, you know what, sweetie, I just want you to go and listen. But this is funny because it's coming from a mother who's a teacher. And not only that, but I think she's a language teacher as well. And it blew my mind. But I staunchly defended myself and I said, you know what? I'm not going to change the way I teach. And my boss, my friend, was like, yeah, I get it. That's ridiculous. Yeah, it is. So. And then she participated and she did just as well or just as badly as the other students. Because guess what? They don't have a high level. But how are they going to get a higher level? They're going to speak. They're going to have to,
Of course.
So there you go. Soft parenting.
Yeah.
Doesn't work. It's not good for the kid. You got to make these kids tough.
No one wins with it.
No, it's not good for anybody.
It's a lose-lose situation.
It really is. 100%.
Getting a bit sidetracked over here, man, boys.
That's why it's a group chat. You go down.
That's how it is.
We're not here preaching anything, any one thing. Yeah, man, that story about your grandmother. It's not like I'm trying to top it, but that's truly inspirational. I'm trying to think. My stepdad passed away in 2015. He was 52. It was a surprise to everybody. Um, he had some kind of like hard thing, but it was pretty much innocent. It was a left bundle branch block. Nothing really serious. Like we didn't know. He was just under stress, and basically he didn't wake up. The mom had to give him CPR. He ended up being in a coma for over a week while family was visiting to see him, to be with us. He ended up passing away, and it was just a shock to everybody because we're talking about an apparently healthy guy, cycles, hikes. He wasn't overweight. He was in great shape. Just the nicest guy, a friend of everybody. Like the first time you meet him, he becomes somebody you want to stay in touch with, somebody you want to do things with. So he was an inspiration for me because, well, not only being a really positive father figure for me when I was young, uh, but as I got older, I always felt connected to him. I always felt like I could be myself around him. He appreciated me for who I was, never tried to change me, supported me. But aside from how he treated me, it was just kind of how he treated other people, how he's so interested in the, seemingly smallest details of somebody's life, starting a conversation with a complete stranger, like, oh, where are you from? Noticing they had some accent, wanting to know why are you here? What's your story? What's going on? Like not really staying on the surface level, not afraid to ask those deeper questions. And so socially, he inspires me to strike up conversations with strangers, just to get into it or to entertain at least. The fascinating parts of people's lives, which maybe seem mundane to us, right? The three of us live in Spain. We at this point we're just so used to everything, but there's nothing small about what we've done. There's nothing small about the lives that we've started and have
Yeah.
continued. And so other people, of course, have those stories similar to ours, but also different. And I think it's just so cool. It was just so cool to see how he touched people, how their faces instantly lit up. Like he was a friend of everyone. I don't think anybody who ever met him had any bad things to say about him. So just his influence, like I hear his voice, whether he's encouraging me to do something or that I'm going to get through the hard thing or that I said the right thing, I did the right thing, or just to ask questions, be curious, stay curious about people's lives and appreciate that people are beautiful and interesting and everybody has a unique story. So yeah,
Of
he's
course.
been very inspirational for me. I still see him in my dreams sometimes. I hear his voice all the time. It's just somebody I'll never forget, even when I'm 80, I'm still going to think of him. Still going to remember the times.
I think we all need those types of people in our lives, right? And we probably all have at least one person like that, right? And if we don't, I mean, that really sucks. And I really hope that, people actually will meet a person like that in their lives because I think it's so necessary to have at least one person that you can look up to give you that little glimmer of hope
Inspiration.
As a
and
people lover.
inspiration.
And I just think it's so easy nowadays to judge people, to hate people, to put people in a box, in some kind of category, because of their beliefs or whatever. But it's like nothing wrong with having a different opinion. I guess he was part of that for me. He still kind of is part of that. It's something we're all living with. We're all living with this whole I gotta be careful. I don't want to classify myself. Your story is still unique. There's still places you've been, things you've seen, experiences you've had that are unique to you and nobody else. You gotta share your story. Important.
That was a good one.
Brendan, you have any other ones?
Yeah, I have one, but it's more of in general. It's not any one particular person. It's a group of people. We actually kind of talked on it before we started when we were talking before the chat. And then also kind of goes along with what about your grandmother and your great grandmother, Paulina. But for me, I think inspirational group of people are immigrants. People that for whatever reason they choose to leave from one country, go to somewhere else. It could be Well, it could be something political. It could be like they're seeking asylum, or it could be just like us. Like we decide, hey, well, let's go, let's go to Spain. But those people that are willing to, in some cases, like risk it all, like literally, like their life, like to go to try to better the life of themselves and their family. And then see the whole issue with the illegal immigration and everything, that's a whole different story. But the fact that there are people that are willing to risk their life to make their lives for their family better, I think that's something that is inspirational. And then a lot of times, well, people kind of look down on immigrants, no matter which country it is. But
Yeah.
instead of looking down on them, we should be applauding them for what they've done. Because a lot of times it's something that we would never do, or the people in general wouldn't do it. Like we've done it, but we did it a different way. Like, came with our visas and everything, but difficult, but it wasn't risky. But there's people who do it because they have no other choice.
Right. And they don't know
Exactly.
what the result's going to be. They don't know if they're going to find work. They don't know where they're going to live. They come here sometimes. They come to, they go into, like you said, they have no choice. They have to leave, whether it's like personal safety or some kind of political motive.
Whatever.
But yeah, I mean, we were lucky in the fact that we had people, we had support systems. We're not financially fucked. But some people have
Exactly.
nothing, and then they end up in a place where they know nothing. They don't know what tomorrow looks like. That takes that takes some serious bravery.
Yeah. I want to add like a little anecdote here to this. In Poland, at least, back in the days when a person was going to a different country, especially to America, because it was quite popular to go to United States, 60s, 70s, 80s, and so on. If you were from a small village, like a lot of people would chip in if they could. They would give a little bit of money. I think this happened in Ireland as well, but I'm not 100% sure. Like, I can't confirm that. Disclaimer. I think it happened in a lot of like small villages or small towns. If you knew somebody was going to the States, like as a little good luck thing, like people would chip in for the tickets for the ferry or something like that. For those people to actually say like, oh, like this person from my village made it, and like with a hope that maybe one day they'll like, I don't know, pay that back in a way of like paying back for the community, or inviting somebody to the United States as like thank you type of thing, So it was technically like a nice gesture, but there was a little bit of like, hopefully, like one day, like you can, allow us to also come to your house, like to United States. Because it would be like if one person made it, I mean everybody in that village type of thing, like made it,
Yeah. Well, I mean, it depends, I guess, how close knit the community is. If it's,
Yeah.
like your neighborhood or something, maybe you've got 5, 10 really close neighbors. They're the ones who pitch in. Maybe you would just naturally invite them to your place. I mean, if they had the
Yeah.
means to get there, right? Like, I mean, depending on,
Of course.
like, of course, there are a lot of factors. And yeah, we do things altruistically, and then there's selfish motivations, and sometimes it's that mix. Where it's like, well, I want to help you, but I also wouldn't mind if, later on you remember that I helped you and you wanted to help me enjoy my visit, or I can get something out of you in the future. Like, we're
Yeah.
human, when we do that. There's nothing wrong with that. But the fact is, like, you're helping financially, which is really hard in the beginning, especially any move, as you know. Financially, there's things that come out of the woodwork. You don't know. You can't expect all the costs. You can't know all the expenses up front. So
There's always something.
I
Exactly.
think I went to Spain with about 3,000, maybe a little over 3,000 euros, maybe 4,000 euros, and it's close, man. It didn't get me very far. It didn't take me very far. I didn't. Fortunately, I didn't have to buy a new car. Fortunately, I didn't have to spend much or any money on rent. I didn't have to pay rent, but before getting paychecks going and things like that, yeah, man, you need some money up front.
It's a difficult process.
No, for sure. For sure. It's not easy, right? For those who, Brandon, as you said, like for those people who judge right off the bat, that's not easy, right? It's like people go there and they think like, oh, like they're coming here, they're going to steal our jobs. You don't want to do those jobs. Like,
Exactly. Immigrants go and they do the jobs that people in that country don't want to do and will not do.
These are
yeah,
things that need to be done.
And if those jobs weren't done, the economy would collapse. Everything, nothing would work.
It's like, instead of saying immigration as a whole is bad, let's get it to the point where we have programs. And sure, we can't let everybody in. I mean,
Definitely not.
some cities maybe,
It has to be controlled.
yeah, there's got to be some kind of control, some kind of system, but also some kind of path to residency, path to citizenship that's realistic. For the people who have skills or people who are looking to get skills, maybe we find, maybe we can figure out the university problem that we have in the US, for example, because it's way too expensive to get an education. But anyways, now we're going off.
for sure.
Uh-huh.
As always.
As we always do.
Well,
Very easy to relate things together.
yeah, no.
For me, that's good. That's it.
Yep.
Inspirational. It's basically, I have one specific, one general.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was it.
All right.
I mean, always, like you said, there's always more people.
Yeah.
Family members. I could choose every single one of my family members and say how they inspired me and how I look up to them. But
For sure. I get that.
Be a 6-hour podcast.
It's true. Well, actually, I have 5 more people to talk about, but I think just for me, it's people in general. Sometimes people sometimes people you learn about. It could be, Paulina, you said you're reading this book about the athletes, right? They came from nothing, right?
No, it's not about athletes. It's about like what's your dream? So sort of like chasing the dream and like how to make it like a reality. But what I said is that when I was reading this, the first thought that popped in my mind was Nico Williams and his family. So I connected those two, like thinking like I'm reading this and like how people have these dreams, whether it's to move to a different country or to start their business or whatever it is. And I've learned like recently about Nico Williams' parents' story, like how they had to walk from where was it?
from
Ghana?
Ghana, yeah, from
Ghana.
Ghana.
Like through the desert and everything while the mom was pregnant.
Yeah.
Like, what? Like that's wild. Like I wouldn't even step a foot in the desert. Like I'm too scared to go outside right now in Murcia. And she's walking
Exactly.
around the fucking desert pregnant. Like, girl. So yeah, it's like, when you have this type of dream, like when you feel so like inspired by something that you want to achieve, like whether it's because you want a better life or whatever it is, or maybe you saw someone do something that really like took your breath away, and then why not go for it? Right? It's like there are so many people that are so inspirational. Like it doesn't have to be a famous person. It doesn't have to be just
Definitely.
family members. It's just you look around and like you look at your friends sometimes and you're like, oh my God, like how do they have the balls to do that? Right? In a good way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right on. People are amazing.
Just need to
So
focus on that, the amazing things that they do. A lot of times you focus on the negative,
yeah,
focus on the amazing, the good stuff.
it's just too easy to like criticize people, but in the end, amen. Be yourself. Share your story. That's the inspiration. That nowadays it's enough just to be yourself. Like you can be all these things. You can jump on some propaganda, whatever, but just really speaking your mind and standing up for yourself or standing up for others. That's the inspiration. I guess that's all I have to say about that.
Stay true to yourself.
Be true to yourself. Be yourself. Don't be afraid of what others are going to say. Because there's always going to be shit talkers.
Always.
I mean, a lot of people just don't understand. They can't understand or they don't want to.
Yeah.
But here we are.
Exactly.
So
So,
I think that
is that a wrap?
that's a wrap. That concludes our episode for today. We hope it was inspiring. And we'll catch you on the next one. We're on all platforms, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Instagram. So please give us a follow, like, share, subscribe, and give us your comments. We want to hear what you think, what you'd like to hear from us. We're all ears. And that's it. Until next time. Thank you.
Ciao.
Cheers.